Today we're going to go ahead and do a water-based makeup job on Adley. We're going to create a Halloween character using Wolf Brothers makeup water base. Wolf Brothers makeup comes in a wonderful little palette with all your colors. And again, it's water-based makeup. You use water, nothing else to activate the makeup. I'm going to use a simple makeup wedge here to apply the makeup. We're going to put a base coat on of orange. Okay, we've went ahead and set out our little glasses of water. We have a makeup sponge for each color that we're going to be using today. Orange, red, yellow, black, and white. You don't want to contaminate the colors with other colors. So we're going to start by making a base coat of orange. Being that this is a Halloween haunt video, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little pumpkin makeup job on Adley today. Don't use too much water when applying the makeup. You'll see how easy it flows. You get a lot of coverage with just a little makeup here. Okay, now the base coat is on. We're going to go ahead and start by applying the black. Just letting the brush kind of flow here to get our lines for our eye. Again, this is a detail. I'm going to kind of follow the lines that I have up here down here, because this is going to be where the pumping creases are. One of the best things about water-based makeup is it doesn't really smear a whole lot. Once it dries quickly, it's good to go. Okay, now we're going to darken up the eye and the mouth. Wonderful. And we can probably get rid of that because they suck butt. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and outline the perimeter of this pumpkin on Adley's face. Just going to kind of let the paintbrush flow to get a nice thin, clean, crisp line. Okay, now that we have our base coat and our black, we've outlined the actual pumpkin. You see she has an eye, you see she has a nose, she even has this little mouth. Now we're going to go ahead and start adding some dimension by using colors. I'm going to take some red on a makeup wedge, lightly dot it over the lines that we created for the pumpkin wedges. Again, do this lightly, not a whole lot. Kind of rubbing off the excess water. Just a little bit too wet for what I need. Get in here by your eye. Up here again for the perimeter. Taking the end that's not wet, the dry end, kind of dabbing it in there. Kind of smooth out that color a little bit, blend it in there. Now we're going to go ahead with some yellow and a clean makeup wedge and go over the red and the black, again just stippling it on there. What this is doing is creating shadows and highlights on this makeup job, along with adding in all the correct hues that a natural pumpkin would have. I'm beginning to soften up the black lines we had going down that were defining her ridges for her pumpkin face. Just softly. Okay, I'm going to create some more highlights along the high points of these ridges just by lightly using white. Along the areas here. Now we're going to make some sharp defined lines on the inside of the teeth. Over here by the nose. And of course the eye. Now we're going to give her a little bit of veining and cracking, very briefly, very lightly. Work that brush, just pull it up so that you can create nice thin lines. You don't want it to be too crisp and clean because she is a Halloween pumpkin. For the most part, Adley is done. As you see, I've ripped off half of her face to reveal a jack-o'-lantern. There's just one more thing that I like to do, being that this is BodyBag Entertainment. We are known for blood, guts, gore, and more. I'm going to add a little bit of blood, just a little bit, using my favorite Cinema Secrets blood gel. Just going to kind of sort of lightly dot it in there around the perimeter of the pumpkin. We'll go ahead and stipple that in. Like I said, we're just going to use a little bit of blood, just enough to give the illusion that her face has been ripped open. This also adds dimension to the makeup job. Remember that sometimes blood can hide a bad makeup job. Blood can also ruin a good makeup job. So don't go overboard with the blood on this application. Let's go ahead. There we go. Okay, shut down. And I think that about wraps it up.